Listen, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager Say. This is episode number 76. And today we're returning with, well, I'll probably say, perhaps the biggest games in Bournemouth history. Certainly up there, no doubt about it. Yep, our first ever Champions League knockout round ties. I say Spurs away and then home, and then sandwiched in between that, our fourth Carabao Cup Final in 5 years as we face Aston Villa, looking to win it for the third time in 5 as well. And it's something to show you in the run of camera because you saw the last 3 games, the 1-1 draw away at Arsenal, which saw us equal a Bournemouth club record of 18 games without a loss, but didn't set a new one after we lost at home 3-1 to Man City, and then of course our knockout at Anfield in the FA Cup last 16. Totally fine with that though, totally fine with that. I had a mixture of starters, but mostly bench players out there because, like I said, I'm really looking forward to this one. I'm nervous, but I'm really looking forward to this. And again, for the reason why I do have an all-English affair, by the way, is because technically it's not the first knockout round anymore. Because the Champions League rules have now changed. Now we've got this league phase, if you will, as opposed to the traditional groups that we used to have. The last 16 is no longer technically the first knockout round. This one is here for the teams that didn't go through automatically, but through a playoff. So that's why I got an all-English affair. And again, the first thing is away against Spurs. So, heading into the game, yep, very nervous. Definitely one of the biggest games in Bournemouth Football Club history, but a strong result here in the first leg away in North London, and we'll definitely have a chance of making it through to the quarterfinals. Right now in the injury report, no one is down. Forsby and Irasevic is not fully fit, but otherwise everyone is fit, and this is our team. I'm staying with the 4-3-3. I'm staying with the 4-3-3 Gegenpress Highline system. It's been working. What can I say? No wins in our last 3 games, but I'm not going to get too drawn into that. We always seem to lose against Man City. We had a backup side there against Liverpool for the most part, and against Arsenal away, getting a point's not a bad result at all. In a game where, if you remember, we did actually play better. So I'm not gonna have a knee-jerk reaction. Yes, no wins in 3, but I'm keeping the tacks as they are. So George in goal. Back for his Aaron's the inverted wing back at left back once again. Akoli and Mia dragged the CB duo. Mascara playing right back. Rodri and McTominay the DMGO with Radalovic slightly further forward. Traore and Kazala are on the wings, and Kowal once again will lead our line. Now 15 goals this season, finally starting to kick on a little bit. On the bench you've got Ward, Garza, Mitchell, Smallcombe, Lopez, the Chump, Irasevic, Scott, Elise, Suchis Dalap, and Araujo as well. So first of the big 3, it's Spurs away, one of the biggest games in Bournemouth Football Club history. No doubt about it. I'm feeling the pressure. Come on, you cherries. There we go. Yeah, Spurs are really struggling at the moment. They're mid-table in the Premier League, so I would probably say we are the favourites to win this, even though maybe the boys don't seem to think they are. I think we are. I think we're the favourites to win, maybe not this game, but definitely the tie, no doubt about that, especially knowing how strong we've been at home. Well, really through save, let alone the season. So yeah, I'd say we're favourites to win this tie. The first leg is important though, you know. Don't go back home with a really poor 2-3, 4-0 scoreline to try and overcome. Then we'll be in trouble. You remember our European knockouts so far, both in the Europa League, both the Spanish teams, funny enough. Real Sociedad, that was because we didn't win the away leg and we got knocked out on penalties. And then the second leg against Villarreal, lost that 4-0, I think it was, as we got knocked out in the second leg as well. Away nights in European ties, we haven't got it sussed yet. I think I'm right in saying that all of our defeats in European knockout rounds so far have come away from home. Do you remember RC Lens last year? That defeat came in France as well. I think, I might be wrong, I can't remember. But even so, 0-0. Do you know, I would take this, to be fair. It would stop the rot of, 2 defeats on the trot, and it would be a clean sheet and a draw taken back to Bournemouth. I'll take this. I'm going to say to the boys, you've been unlucky so far. Keep your heads up. Second half to begin, but I'll take this. I will take this. Oh, Spurs have switched to that system. Oh dear. Oh dear. Spurs goal incoming. 1-0 victory. You can just see it now. 25 minutes to go. It's just, I haven't found a way to get in it. Do you know what I mean? It just seems to be so compact, and I can never seem to find space. It's just my players out there can never seem to find the space like they ordinarily can to either run in behind or play in behind the midfield. It's just too compact. But even so, right on cue, he might get that chance there. Aaron's to Kowal, finds Traore. There's McTominay. Radalovic Kowal, who I think was offside. He's found the back of the net, but I think he was offside. I don't think it's going to count. It's a lovely ball by Radalovic. That's why I've got him out there, to play those smart through balls in to our front 3. But yeah, I called it. It did look as though Garang was offside when Radalovic played the ball. And yeah, it was a couple of yards offside. Definitely the right decision. So close to taking the lead there. But that's all right. It's okay. We've seen the ball hit the back of the net. Even if it don't count as a goal, that's fine. If it finishes 0-0, I'll still take it. Spurs looking for a winner in the final stages. Garnacho, surely off. Surely Alejandro drills it in, but if the Kowal goal is disallowed, that's gotta be disallowed. Surely Garnacho was off there. Yep, disallowed. Porro crosses, Garnacho. This time it's going to stand, surely. Great cross by Pedro Porro. And this time the goal will stand. Okay, it's alright. It's okay. It's okay. Haven't played especially well out there. And it's not a result we can't come back from. It's a great cross by Pedro Porro, to be fair, and Garnacho nods home the near post. Alright, it's okay, heads up. This is the key moment here. 3 minutes to go. This is the key moment. Don't let it become 2. We're down by a goal, that's bad, but 2-0's disastrous. Sucic, after we win it back though, says, lads, we're not done yet. Aaron's to Luka, stepping inside, Sucic dispossessed. And Trubin hoofs it long, but straight to Max Aaron's feet, and Bournemouth looking for a late leveller here. Sucic crosses at the far post, is Kazad, who's going to try and get on the end of it. And he almost did deflect it home. Still 1-0. Well, we've had a couple of half chances. We've had the ball disallowed for a goal disallowed for offside. It's not been a disastrous first leg. But it is now going to be no wins in 4. And going to a final with a second leg to come down by R2. Oh no, Garnacho, what a miss. What a miss. No one more relieved than Georgie. Goodness gracious me. If that goal went in, I think the tie isn't necessarily over. We'll do well to come back from that. What a let-off. Well, that is a massive, massive let-off. Georgie's poor pass almost cost us a goal, and Garnacho might have been a game winner, but he could have put possibly the tie to bed. 1-0. Do you know what, lads? Unlucky. Don't worry too much about it. Just four games without a win. It's poor, but we're still in the tie. Second leg to come. We've got a Carabao Cup Final on the weekend as well. No point in going harsh on the lads. So, no wins in 4. 90 minutes away from a knockout in the Champions League. Tough run of form, and now a cup final. Yep, Aston Villa at Wembley, Carabao Cup Final. We've won it 2 of the past 4 years. Last year we were knocked out by the eventual winners. And of course, we lost in the final, sandwiched in between the 2 years. We could have had a three-peat of the Carabao Cup. So heading into this one, yeah, it's time to make amends. So here we go then, Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup Final, who, by the way, are having a tremendous season under Ralph Hasenhüttl. With their second place in the league, closest threat to the league leaders, Liverpool, right now. And their team is amazing. They've got this Chilean wonder kid who's unbelievable. So Cazada running at him today is going to be fun to watch. They've got Van der Ven, who, as we know, is a sensational Dutch defender. How he's only got 1 cap in the save, I do not know. They've got Jacob Ramsey, who I was close to signing in the summer. In the end, chose Elise. Not going to say I regret it, but you know, could have been different, I suppose. Up top, DCL's turned into a really good striker in the game as well. He moved on from Everton to Arsenal and now to Aston Villa as well. And Pedro Goncalves, of course, who, as we know, is just a phenomenal player in FM as well. So, yeah, tough one, no doubt about it. Very, very tough one indeed. And heading into the game, Urisevic is suspended for this one. Totally forgot about that. I could have played him on the game on Tuesday night. Never mind, though. And this will be our team. We'll stick with the 4-2-3-1, but we are going to now play at a slightly higher tempo and pass into space. If we don't have this instruction on, I find we don't get the best out of Garang. So with that being the case, I'm popping it on to hopefully get him a goal in the final as well. So this is our team. Georgian goal. Back four is... Let me just change that role. Totally forgot about that. Smallcombe, and let's go wing backs instead of full backs. Let's go attacking. Smallcombe, Akoli, Mascara and Aarons with Rodri and McTominay in the DM. Scott comes back in as our CM. Kazada and Sucic, our best inside forwards, and Kowal wants to get up top. Araujo is our top scorer though, so might make a last minute change, you know. Ward, Miodrag, Garza, Mitchell, the Chump, Radelos, Trevor, Elise and Araujo on the bench. But in fact, you know what? I am going to do it. Last minute change in the cup final. Araujo on for Garang. He's our top scorer in the competition. Second to 3, it's the Carabao Cup Final again. Come on, you cherries. Just win it for the 3rd time in 5 years. Kazada sent down left hand side. First chance falling early inside 4 minutes here. And Rao finds Rodri into Smallcombe. Deep cross to the far post. Sucic's header hits the side net. But that's the start you want, that. That's the start you want. Play with intensity, get that ball in the box, and try and test the keeper if you can. Just wide, still 0-0, but a fast start. Well, 15 minutes to go, and Kazada's got yet another knock. This guy has bones made out of glass. He's been sensational this year, though, especially in big games, so I want to keep him on for now. But at half-time, still tied at 0-0. We are playing at a slightly higher tempo, but in the second half, based on these stats here, I think we're dominating possession. I think we can afford to really go at Aston Villa now. I think we can afford to really go at them. So I'll say that you've been unlucky so far. though I will individually criticise a couple of my more offensive players here, try and spark them into a response. There we go, fire them up. And in the second half, let's change to attacking. We've got Aston Villa, not necessarily on the ropes, but where we want them. Play at higher tempo, keep the ball on the ground though, shorter passing directness, and run at defence as well. Let's try and get some mistakes if you can. Distribute quickly as well, and let's get stuck in as well. Let's get stuck into them and try and win the ball back as quickly as we can. Second half to begin, still tied at 0-0, but I trust us to take the lead here. We've been the better team. Free kick, Quezada floats one, Mascara goes up and heads it just onto the roof of the net. Still 0-0. I'm conscious of Aston Villa having 2 players on bookings as well. I like run at defence when the opponents have got players on bookings too. If you've got good dribblers, good pacey, agile players, that always puts them under a bit of pressure. Even so, Villa right now, still tied at 0-0, but it's for the most part been one-way traffic here at Wembley. As Aarons beats Manuel Solomon to the ball, and the right back slides through Sujic. In the middle is Araujo, our top scorer this year in the Carabao Cup, and now in all competitions as well. One more than Garang, and the last minute decision to start him might well end up paying off. It's a brilliant slip-through ball by Aarons down the byline. Sujic which went on, figured took a deflection there on its way into the middle. Yes, it did, but Araujo, 6 yards out, ain't going to miss. Bournemouth in front, and finally we get the breakthrough. Akoli to Rodri as we look to find a second goal here to surely wrap this up. Quezada, Araujo! Was he offside? I think he was on there. It's a great ball through by Quezada, who's been sensational all year long. And Enrique Araujo, I think, has indeed got his brace in the final, and he's going to win the golden boot in the Carabao Cup. But most crucially, I think Bournemouth are winning their 3rd in 5 years. Raul to Enrique, it's 2. Aston Villa have really struggled in this second half. Quezada to Sujic. Oh, brilliant block there as Luka was running through one-on-one. And a goal-saving block of that as well. Sujic drills that in. It is game, no doubt about it. 18 minutes to go. We've really upped the intensity in the second half. And since doing that, as Sujic is just over, Aston Villa have been contained for the most part. Spawn trapped in their own half, like we're playing COD out there. 2-0 up, and yeah, no doubt about it. 10 minutes to go. This final is ours. And so, as we enter stoppage time, I'm going to quickly pause, change to director, and Bournemouth's 5th major honour in club history is now lifted today, this afternoon. And 3 of them are League Cups. I mean, it's not the most coveted of trophies, but this club didn't have a single major honour when I took over. I've now guided them to 5. Scott McTominay, this is 3rd in 5 years. Are you glad you left Manchester United, the most successful English team in the save since it began? I mean, it's something, isn't it? McTominay lifts it. Bournemouth have won the Carabao Cup again. 3rd time in 5 years. I do love these trophy celebrations. They're really cool. They're really, really cool, aren't they? I feel as though, like, a lot of people talk about FM and the changes they can make in future versions to make it even more enjoyable. I disagree with things like being able to use money to buy a car or buy a house. I think that's getting too kind of, I don't know, I'm not sure what the word is here. Not for me, let's just say it, not for me. As I say to the boys from Outstretched Arms, congratulations lads, I'm happy with performance out there. We worked hard for this moment, enjoy the celebrations. But one thing I would like to see is like kind of like open bus parades, you know what I mean? Even just for like a minute, for example, just going through a street. I don't know why, I quite like the idea of that. Even so, it is done. Bournemouth have won the Carabao Cup again. Look at that, 3 years in 5. It's our competition, man. And Quezada is going to miss the second leg of that Champions League semi against Spurs. This guy, just honestly, bones made out of glass. We love him, we absolutely love him, but he cannot keep himself fit. Just realised as well, that is Quezada's 1st ever major honour as well. Hopefully 1st of many here in a Bournemouth shirt. I wonder if it's changed anything in terms of the favoured personnel. Nope, me, Georgie and Kowal still on there, but no one's making the icon list just yet. I don't know what it will take for me to get on the icons list, but I think it's probably win something other than the Carabao Cup or the Conference League. They are trophies, they are major honours. But, yeah, I think the board now are ready for something a little bit more noteworthy. And speaking of, for the following game, our 3rd and final one today, second leg, Champions League, last 16 tie. It's one thing to win the Carabao Cup, it's another thing to be one of the best 8 teams in Europe in a season. I know it doesn't really work that way, but you know what I'm trying to say. Yep, second leg, Champions League last 16 tie, playing host to Spurs, and we must overcome a 1-goal deficit to make it through. Heading into the game, Cazada is going to miss it, absolutely gutted, because he's been so big for me this year, but bones made out of glass Raul will miss the game. And this will be our team. We'll stay with the same tactics, but a couple of changes to our lineup here. Georgie's in goal once again, though, and about for his small Kai, Macaulay, Mascara, and Aaron's. Rodri and McTominay DMG with Scott slightly further forward. Traore comes in, Suchit on the right, and a will go of Kowal up top as he's our best scorer in Europe this season. I think? Yeah. 9 and 4, yeah. How many's Araujo got in Europe? 4 and 4. Okay, there we go. Just wanted to make check and to make sure. On the bench, you've got Ward, Miodrag, Garza, Mitchell, Lopez, Chump, Forsby, Urisevic, Radalovic, Elise, Delap, and Araujo as well. Third and final game, we trail by 1 on aggregate, and we must come from behind to make it through to the last 8. Come on, you cherries. Oh, forgot to change to 2D as well. The Bournemouth Stadium. It does have a chance to be expanded. We can't sell it out. I think tonight is one of the very rare sellouts we'll have. But to be fair, I quite like seeing this, the Champions League walkout here. You've never seen this in one of my videos before with my graphics, but I like this. I like this a lot. First ever Champions League knockout game as we take on Spurs at the Eddie Howe Stadium. So let me now change back to 2D. 2D, the GOAT 2D Classic, and here we go. First highlight falling to Spurs. And we almost went a goal down instantly. Raspadori off the woodwork and hooked away. What a let-off. Not quite the start we were looking for tonight. But Spurs not going to set on this 1-goal lead, it seems then. Oh, Trubin, what a howler! What a howler from the Ukrainian. Garang intercepts. And you know what's so funny? That so easily could have been the opposite number, Georgie, on the other end in that first leg. Kowal does what Garnacho can't do, and that is finish after a poor pass from the goalkeeper. Kowal keeps his composure and levels it. Alejandro is who the cameras will pan to, not Trubin. Bournemouth level. Traore, free kick, Bournemouth. Off the woodwork, McTominay! Bournemouth come from behind to lead. It's going to go to VAR for an offside check, but he can't have been offside, surely. Wasn't there a man on the line there? Oh, it's getting chippy. 2 yellow cards already. The Spurs players surround the referee, and note the goal. I swear there was a man on the line, and that's why the goal stands. Traore which went in. The woodwork rattled. And yeah, well onside. McTominay taps home for his second of the season and our second tonight. And in 15 minutes, we've turned the tie on its head. Oh, Alejandro, what could have been? And he finished that chance with virtually the final kick of the first leg. And now, instead of Spurs being 2-0 up, they're 2-1 down. I think that's probably going to do it for the first half. No, it's not. There's 12 minutes to go. And Spurs know now they must score tonight. Otherwise, we are going through to the quarters. But this tie is far from done. It's been tense. It's been tight. All English European affairs. Do you know what? Scratch that. All same nation European affairs are always absolutely class, aren't they? And this one, no exception. Traore blocks off Kulusevski and now runs down the left-hand side. Beats De Sweet. Can he finish from a tight angle? What? Oh, he's at the post. And Kowal. Is it offside or did he just miss? Did Kowal just miss that? Well, listen. He found our leveler on aggregate, so I'm not going to think too much about that. But I think Kowal has just missed from 4 yards with an open goal. I think. I might have seen that wrong. I'm not going to think too much about it, because at the break, we're in control and we're doing really well. So lads, I'm pumping my fists here. Things going well, but I know you're capable of even better. Get that goal in the second half, and this tie is surely ours. We've been in control out there. Get another one, this is ours. Come on, Bournemouth, come on. We've got a golden chance of making it through here. And after Traore hit the woodwork late on in that first half, Spurs are going to need a response in this second half here. And they might have got themselves a penalty. Referee blows for it, and these are very rarely overturned. Scott seems to come in from behind on Shirky, and I think that's a pen. Spurs, 6 minutes after the restart, have got a lifeline to level the tie from 12 yards. Was it Rodri or Scott that gave it away? Not too sure. It's hard to tell on 2D, but it's Mac Allister, the former Brighton man. Oh, he's missed it! He's put it wide! Oh my goodness, you rarely ever see penalties off target in FM. But Mac Allister has put it wide. Goodness. Harry Kane's come on for one last hurrah for Spurs. I've seen he's retiring coming the end of the season. I was going to pick him up on a free. What a tie this has been. Absolutely brilliant two-legged affair this. I said it earlier, like all same nation ties in Europe are always just so good. This one no exception. And with 8 minutes to go, we are almost there. McTominay's on a booking. I don't really want to take the captain off, but I will, because I never like a BWM on a booking, and I'm just burning the clock here. There's 2 minutes to go, and to be fair, in this tie, you would expect a late goal, and it's Spurs who need it. As there's a scramble and Garnacho picks it up. Mosquera shuts him down. Can't deny the cross and the header goes just wide. 2 minutes away, lads. Almost there. I'm time wasting. I'm playing at a lower tempo now. I know this can come back to haunt you on FM, but you know what? I've got to do it. We are into stoppage time and we are almost there. I'm going to make a final change here. Araujo for Kowal. And have we done it? Have we overcome the deficit to make it through? Yes, we have. And Bournemouth are going to the quarters. What a tie. That had literally everything. Absolutely everything. Great second leg comeback. And that is how you respond. No wins in 4. How do we follow on from that? A cup and a comeback as we make it through to the quarters. Absolutely brilliant. Mate, I'm buzzing. When's the draw? That's what I want to know. Is it? It's not until next week. Do you know what? I won't do the draw to end today's episode off then. I'll do that off camera. We're going to come back though with... I'm very tempted to just come straight out to the quarters, you know. We've got Manchester United and Wolves, good double header there, and then Liverpool and the Saints. But I think just come back with the quarters. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to play these 4 games off camera and we'll come back with a quarter final against whoever it will be and Sheffield United. Guys, thank you so much for watching the episode. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Talk about the drama today. Bournemouth, 3 Carabao Cups in 5 years and breaking new ground. We're into the Champions League quarter final. What a tie. What a season. What an episode. Thanks for watching. Much love and I'll see you for the next one very soon. Goodness gracious.